Alright, hey everyone, Luxer99 here, coming at you another video. Sorry no promos today. I just didn't have enough time. And speaking of not having enough time, my uploads have been kind of slow lately for the past couple weeks. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I've just been super busy for these past few weeks. Thank you all for understanding. Like I said, I'm very sorry for the inconvenience. But let's just get started with Monday Night Raw today. Our first match is Rey Mysterio against David Otunga. David Otunga has picked up a victory. Kofi Kingston and Archer will be taking on the tag team of Primo and Epico. Primo and Epico win. Dean Ambrose versus Zack Ryder versus Santino. Zack Ryder has won, and CM Punk and Jericho and Brock Lesnar and Triple H. We will play Brock Lesnar versus Triple H and watch CM Punk face Chris Jericho in his Extreme Rules. What's his name? CM Punk. He is our WWE champion, and he will defend his title against Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules in 2 weeks, and that match will be in Extreme Rules, so that's why we are giving him a taste of the Extreme Rules against Chris Jericho tonight. And here we go. This match has officially gone underway. Both men have great chemistry with each other. Chris Jericho got the arm. Big snapmare elbow drop right on the back of the head, and that hurts. Chris Jericho now. CM Punk counters into a big swing neckbreaker. I think Chris Jericho went for a flying forearm there. And CM Punk now got the arm. Jericho counters from behind. And Chris Jericho with a big backbreaker. Excuse me there. Now Chris Jericho firmly in control, stomping on Punk, and a collar and elbow tie-up test of strength here. Punk comes out on top from behind a big German suplex. Punk, he is our very first WWE champion on here on Monday Night Raw. Also, don't forget on Wednesday we have Wednesday Night Attitude. Our champion over there is Stone Cold Steve Austin. And also don't forget about Friday Night SmackDown, where our champion is Randy Orton. Next Sunday will be the pay-per-view for Wednesday Night Attitude, one night only. And now CM Punk going to work on Chris Jericho, just stretching out his whole body. And Punk, but Jericho caught him with a big suplex from all out on the apron into the ring. My commentary may be a bit rusty. I haven't done it in a while. Chris Jericho, another snapmare right on the back of the head with that elbow drop. And CM Punk now got the arm. CM Punk with a big spinning heel kick. What a great move from Punk. That is why he is our WWE champion here on Monday Night Raw. CM Punk, big arm drag, counters, float over DDT. Punk is in control most of this match. And Punk now from behind. Chris Jericho counters, got the headlock. Throws him into the corner. And possibly Jericho can take the momentum in his favor, but Punk counters. Big shot to the abdomen, and he's just stretching him out again. And the ref could count to 5, but it would not matter because this is Extreme Rules. And CM Punk, big springboard dropkick, went for a grapple move, and Jericho went for one. CM Punk countered Punk, but Jericho caught him. He's got the arm now. Punk counters, got the head. Jericho counters, and now from behind, Jericho, big suplex from Jericho. Jericho now may turn the tide in his favor. CM Punk, no. He says no and gives him a big snapmare. Chris Jericho, though, with a big float over neckbreaker. And that could easily turn the tide in this match. Chris Jericho got the head. CM Punk counters from behind. Jericho's got the head. And now Jericho rose him. No, CM Punk counters with a big jawbreaker. And CM Punk went for a big shot. Jericho went for a big chop. And now Jericho with a big float over neckbreaker yet again. Jericho now got the head of CM Punk, and a big swinging neckbreaker from Chris Jericho, also known as Y2J by his fans. And now Punk with big suplex now. This is the third Raw in history, our very first one. You saw the main event, Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. That is our main event tonight again. In the second Raw, you saw CM Punk and Brock Lesnar end the show in a humongous brawl. And now you got these two epic matches on the third Raw of history. Punk got the head, Chris Jericho counters in a big shot. Chris Jericho went for a flying forearm and Punk countered into the swinging neckbreaker. Punk went for a big knee, Chris Jericho counters. Chris Jericho's got the head. Chris Jericho raking the eyes, and that is legal. That is legal, ladies and gentlemen. And Punk with a big neckbreaker he got that neckbreaker from Jericho, and Jericho dodges that kick, but Punk caught his arm. Jericho counters and got the head. Punk counters, got the head. And now Punk, snapmare, and a big soccer ball kick right to the spine of Chris Jericho. And now Punk, I think he's back in control here. Got the head. Big elbow from CM Punk, the straight edge savior, our very first WWE champion here. He's got the headlock. CM Punk rows him down, says no with a big kick. I'm actually surprised that neither man has used any weapons so far, with Punk with that big side Russian leg sweep. And now CM Punk's got the arm. Jericho with the head. CM Punk counters, knocks down the hold there. CM Punk with a big counter, and now he's got the arm again. Moves to the head. Jericho counters from the behind. And Jericho, big neckbreaker from out of nowhere. Chris Jericho trying to come back in this match, and now he's got the head. Chris Jericho raking the eyes yet again. But Punk counters with a big arm drag. And just nails Jericho down. Jericho was trying to gain some momentum, but Punk said no. Now Punk with another big swing neckbreaker. I think that's the fourth, maybe third swing neckbreaker of this match. And now Punk from behind moves to the arm. Jericho counters and moves to the head. Jericho, big back suplex. I'm sorry. Jericho has now got the arm. Jericho rows him. Oh, but Punk counters. Big belly-to-belly suplex from CM Punk. Jericho is trying to gain that momentum again, but every time Jericho tries to do that, CM Punk just stops him right in his tracks with a big reversal. But now Jericho sends CM Punk outside of the ring, and now Jericho is following right on his trail. Jericho's got the arm. Big snapmare and an elbow to the back of the head on the outside. That is pure concrete, my friends. And now Jericho with some big shots. Back and forth. Here they go. But Punk went for a big kick. Jericho counters. Jericho went for a big shot. CM Punk counters from behind. Jericho moves to the head. Punk counters and goes from behind yet again. And Punk rows him back inside that ring. Big elbow drop. And that hurts, because your neck just bounces right off of that apron. And Jericho, this time Jericho caught him with a big suplex. And Jericho, big float over neck breaker. This is just one of our two main events here on Monday Night Raw. And Jericho wrapping the arm, grabbing the head, a potential submission maneuver here. I'm wondering if Punk will tap out, and maybe that will give Jericho a future title shot for Over the Limit, possibly. Also, during our Extreme Rules pay-per-view, you have CM Punk versus Lesnar, like we said. We also have the Intercontinental Championship match between Miz and Ted DiBiase. It is also announced that we have a tag team match between R. Kofi and Zigzwag, which is Ziggler and Swagger, in a Tornado Tag Team Falls Count Anywhere match. The Divas Championship match will be Beth versus Nikki Bella. And the the Lokester Bout Championship match, will be against Lokester 99 against Cesaro and Hunico to start off the night. But we still have 2 more matches to be announced in these 2 weeks of build-up to Extreme Rules. Also, for one night only, we still have many matches to be announced, but the 2 main ones are Rock vs. Undertaker Extreme Rules and Stone Cold vs. Dude Love in an Extreme Rules match as well. Also, it was announced last week that Vader would face Kane in a Last Man Standing match. So we still have 4 matches to be announced for that card, and this is the last week of build-up. And now, Chris Jericho grabbing the ladder. I believe this is the first weapon, and Punk grabbed the belt in a big shot to Jericho. Punk with big shots with the title. Jericho counters this time with a big elbow, though. Jericho with big enziguri, and now Jericho has got the belt, and I think he's warming up to hit Punk. Oh, a big shot in the guitar goes flying that Punk was holding, and now Jericho on the attack with that big belt. But Punk counters, and Punk grabs it. Punk went for a big shot. Jericho counters with a big flying forearm. Now Jericho's got a crutch. Now these weapons are making a play into this match. We have 4 weapons out right now. A ladder, the belt, the crutch, and the guitar. And now a collar and elbow tie up outside of the ring right now. Jericho comes out on top. And Jericho, a big shot to the head and pushes him into the barricade. Now Jericho, big gut kick, grabs the arm. Punk counters, and now from behind, Punk rows him into the barricade. Oh, went for a big kick, but Jericho saw it coming and counters. And now Punk is back in the ring. Jericho, big boot, and Punk just goes falling into the ring. And now Jericho's got that ladder again. Jericho, oh, and Punk counters. Punk went for another big kick. Jericho counters. Punk went for a big... And Punk hits a big shot. Jericho went for a big shot there, but Punk counters with his own. Jericho got that ladder, but Punk hits first with that crutch. Now Punk is on the attack with the crutch. Jericho counters and grabs the crutch. And Jericho went for the crutch shot. Punk counters. Jericho counters now. Got the head. And Jericho swinging neck breaker out on the concrete here. And that hurts. Let me tell you that for a personal experience. I've had my fair share of bumps in the WWE, and nothing hurts more than your neck going right against that concrete on the outside of the ring. Punk with a big elbow, though. Oh, but Punk went for another big kick, and now Punk just taunting Jericho. And I think Jericho now has a soda from one of our fans. What is this? And Punk grabbing new weapon. Who knows what it'll be? And it's a mop. But Punk drops the mop and caught the cup. And now he's chasing Jericho. Jericho grabs the belt though. But Punk, big shot with the cup. And Jericho is down. Punk rows him into the steel ring post. Big German suplex on the outside. However, this is not a Falls Count Anywhere match. He cannot pick up the victory outside of the ring. He has to get Jericho in the ring for either the 1, 2, 3 or the tap out. However, you can use these weapons like the mop, the ladder, the belt, the crutch, the guitar. All these weapons are legal, and Jericho went for a big shot, but Punk caught it this time. And Punk with a big shot, and Jericho is down. There are also no countouts and no disqualifications in an Extreme Rules match for some of our new viewers here. And now Punk grabbing another weapon. And if we look back at Friday Night SmackDown here, they also had an Extreme Rules match between Alberto Del Rio and Sheamus. If you missed it last week, please go check it out on Hulu Plus or Luxor99 YouTube channel. It's very interesting. It was a great match between Alberto Del Rio and Sheamus. I'm not going to spoil it tonight, so you can go check it out on Luxor99's channel. Punk went for a big shot, but Jericho counters. Punk with a big shot with the ladder. Punk has been dominating Jericho most of this match. And Punk, using the ladder to his advantage here, just keeps nailing Jericho. That ladder going straight to the spine of Jericho and to the head. Jericho went for a flying forearm. Punk countered, but Jericho's now got the head. Punk counters from behind. And a big German suplex into the pin. Jericho kicks out at 2.5. Punk goes outside of the ring. And I think, no, you stay away from our announce table. That's right. Get away from us. And Punk grabbing another one of those cups. And Jericho now has a steel chair. Who will come out on top? Jericho with a big shot with the steel chair. And now Jericho going on the attack with that steel chair. These two men have used so many weapons, they would do anything to put each other away. And Jericho with a big float over neckbreaker out on the concrete here. Punk though with a big float over DDT. And now just going back and forth, these two men are in this epic match. These two, they're gladiators, they are fighting each other. On Monday Night Raw, the greatest show and longest running show so far. The other two shows, SmackDown and Wednesday Night Attitude, have only had 2 shows. This is the 3rd week out of our WWE Universe brand. And now Punk just pouring that soda on Jericho. A collar and elbow tie-up. Punk's got the head. Rose him against the barricade. This is one of the best matches I've seen on Monday Night Raw so far. I think it's actually the best match I have seen. And now these two have just been going back and forth and back and forth. It's so unpredictable of who has the chance of winning this match. Punk throws him into the pool. The post, I'm sorry. Jericho's got the head. Punk counters from behind. And Punk, big, slams him into the barricade yet again, and now he's got the steel steps. Jericho's got the cup, but Punk strikes first with those steel steps, shot after shot to the spine, but now Jericho grabs the steel steps off of Punk, and a big shot! Punk goes flying, and I think his spine landed on our announce table right into the corner, and that could damage Punk if it did. Jericho throws him into the barricade. Punk counters and a big shot to the back. Like I said, these two gladiators, and Punk throws him back in the ring, trying to pick up the 1-2-3 or the tap-out victory. He has to save all of his energy for that Extreme Rules match against Brock Lesnar. A normal match against Brock Lesnar would be just as bad in my opinion, because Brock Lesnar is a living beast. He has beaten Triple H so far, and now he wants a piece of Punk and his championship. But Jericho, wait 1 second here, roll-up pin. Jericho, Punk counters. And now they're just going back and forth with the roll-up pins. And another near fall. Punk had to find. That was just instant for him to kick out of that move. Jericho rake in the eyes, and a big neck breaker. Now Jericho's got the ladder. And a big shot from the ladder. And Jericho now on the attack with the ladder. Tried getting the victory off that roll-up pin. Punk countered into his own. And then Jericho countered back into his own. And Punk had to kick out at 2.5. That just took all of Punk's will and force to kick out of that roll-up pin. Jericho, big neck breaker. Jericho is starting to come back in this match. Going for the pin. 1. And a kick out at 2.5. These two men, like I said, in Jericho Codebreaker. Jericho Codebreaker. This is over. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.5. These two men, like I said, are going back and forth. Jericho with codebreaker out of nowhere, and Punk still kicked out at 2.5. That is the will. That is the fight of a champion right there. You cannot get better than that. To kick out of the opponent's finisher at 2.5 after all of that attack with the weapons, the roll-up pin. Jericho has punished Punk, and Punk is still fighting for this match. That's what it takes to be a champion here in the WWE. And Punk puts him up on the table. Now Punk got Jericho on our table. Oh my gosh! Punk just broke Jericho through our announcer table here. And now he's picking up Jericho, trying to roll him back into the ring for the 1, 2, 3. He does. And taking another look at this, ladies and gentlemen, we have to see a replay of this. One of the best moments I've seen in this match. And look at this one more time. Look at that impact right there. That hurts. That hurts. What a great move from Punk. And now Punk going around trying to find a new weapon, possibly. Or just trying to get back in the ring. Both men have been through so much in this match. And Punk is cut open from that code breaker. Now Punk has got the crutch. Here comes Jericho. But Jericho counters with a big elbow now. A big flying forearm from Chris Jericho. Jericho with a big float over neck breaker. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just received word that you will not see Triple H versus Brock Lesnar tonight. It's just been too long, so this will be our one and only match today. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I just don't have enough time to play through both matches at this rate. And Jericho with a big suplex possibly could get the win. Oh no, and here comes Punk. And Punk is fired up. Punk. But Jericho with a big springboard dropkick right to the chin of CM Punk. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.5. But now Punk building momentum now. Punk, I've seen this before, and this is where Punk gets deadly. Punk with 2 kicks, and he usually follows this up with a swing neckbreaker, and he hits it. Going for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.5 from Chris Jericho. Kicks out of Punk's comeback moment. Punk, I'm sorry. Jericho counters and now got the arm. And Punk, like I said, Punk is on a roll. Big kip up. And now Punk, GTS from Punk, the go to sleep from CM Punk, and Jericho is down. He landed onto that ladder, and I think it's over here. Going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Punk is your winner. CM Punk has won the Extreme Rules match. He's going to Extreme Rules to fight Brock Lesnar, and that just gave him a small taste of that match. Because I personally think Brock Lesnar is going to destroy CM Punk at Extreme Rules. Punk battled through that match. He kicked out of a code breaker, came back, hit a GTS to end the match. What a warrior. What a warrior. What the? Extreme Rules is this Sunday? What the crap? Wait, this can't be right, guys. Extreme Rules isn't this Sunday. I don't know what they're talking about. One night only is this Sunday. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Thank you all for watching this video, Monday Night Raw. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, please leave a comment. Subscribe and leave a like. Follow me on Twitter at Luxer991, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!